Nancy Sullivan. Today we are celebrating Earth Day 2020 on location at the home of Mother Odessa, Albertina Riverdale Jenkins, where she has welcomed a swarm of bees in her front yard. Let's take a look. Mother Odessa, thank you for being our very first guest on In the News.
You are so welcome. Oh, this is just an honor and a pleasure.
So in your own words, tell us, what happened?
Well, I was on my way out to the front porch, coming out for my morning devotions. You know, I get my Bible and I pray and I talk to the Lord. And it's just my time for me and him. And as I was coming out, I started to notice bees were all around the yard, flying up on the porch and in the yard. And then my eyes caught this dark mass just in the middle of the tree. And just like in the movies, my eyes just zoomed in on this thing. And Lord, do you know it was a swarm of bees? Well, I packed up my Bible, notebook, and phone and took my hind parts back up in the house. I got on the phone and started to call the exterminators who would come and remove these bees from my house. You know, I love nature, but I do not want to share my front porch with something that is going to sting me.
So what did you find out when you called the exterminators?
I was calling around to talk to different exterminators to see what the cost would be, and they were saying it would be between $150 and $250 to remove these bees.
No!
Yes!
So what did you do then?
Well, I opened up my laptop and started doing research on the World Wide Web, and did you know I learned that these were honeybees, and they are on the endangered species list.
No!
Yes! They are so vital to our environment. They actually, I read, pollinate 1/3 of the world's supply of food.
No!
Yes! Well, I knew with it being Earth Day and all, I had to do my part to save the planet. So I called and canceled that appointment for that exterminator to come by.
So how did you get the idea to call a beekeeper?
Well, I had posted some pictures of the bees on Facebook, and a classmate of mine saw them and said, you know, I have a friend that's a beekeeper, and she says if they're still there in the morning, she will make arrangements to come see about them. So the next morning I got up, and sure enough, they were still here. But it had gotten real cold and was raining. And so now we're on a time crunch. So, because either they're going to die because they're cold and wet, or if it warms up and the sun comes out, they are going to fly off to their new permanent location. See, this is what I learned. When you see a swarm of bees in your yard, the original hive must be nearby. See, it's spring, and so the population of the hive has started to grow, and it's gotten so big that once that happens, the worker bees can't smell the pheromones of the queen bee. So the queen realizes this, so she starts to lay eggs. She fertilizes them, and then the new queen bee will take her place. It kind of happens like this.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Hear ye! I have a prepared speech as your queen bee and royal majesty. Thanks to God, our colony has prospered and grown exceedingly and abundantly above anything I could have ever imagined. Therefore, I must take half of you and move to a new location, creating a new colony. Fear not, for I have laid several eggs, and from those cells will emerge a new queen as your new leader. So, I will take you, not you, and that 10,000 group right there? Yes, all of you, yes. You will come with me, and we will go and form a new hive, a new colony. So, I bid you farewell, and in the words of Mahatma Gandhi, there are no goodbyes for us. Wherever you are, you will always bee in my heart. Deuces! We out of here!
And how awesome would it be to get honey from bees that I know personally that was in my tree? So I invited the beekeeper to come to my house. His name was Mr. Don Huckleberry, and he came right away. When Mr. Huckleberry got here, he first put on his suit, got his ladder situated under the tree, and climbed up. And Lord have mercy, he actually started scooping the bees with his hand right into the box he broke. See, he's trying to make sure that he gets the queen because if she's in the box, all the other bees will follow into it with her. Mr. Huckleberry was having trouble getting the queen into the box, so he had to go home and get reinforcements. Mrs. Huckleberry. So once Mrs. Huckleberry came, all the bees started going into the box because she was able to get the queen bee into the box. Thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Huckleberry, I am going to have honey for my honey. Deacon Cleophas is going to love having this in his tea and in his cereal. Oh, I am so excited. It was an awesome way to spend Earth Day 2020.
Well, there you have it, America. Mother Odessa celebrating Earth Day 2020, where she's the bee's knees. I'm Nancy Sullivan, signing off for In the News.